Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm hoping I did the video for Monday or Tuesday, and then now this one should be Thursday, and I hope you guys like that video. But today, as all you know, I love books. Books are pretty much my favorite thing in the whole world, besides a few, not counting people. Books are like the top thing. So this is another book review, and I thought this book review should, since I've been talking a lot about habits and how to develop them and all that, and I wanted to pretty much say where I got these ideas, how to do them, and a lot of it was from YouTube, but books as well. So I'm going to show you guys the books that I read on habits and how to build habits, which habits to implement, and the books that I want to read. So I hope this video is not too long, but we'll see. Okay, so the first book that I read, and I read so many great things about this book before I read it, and I fell in love with it. And I tried to do all the things that it said, and I need to reread it again. I need to reread all these books if I'm being honest, because it's been a while. It's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is probably like the famous book about habits, because I mean it's super old. It's by Stephen Covey. I mean, he's already dead. I mean, he wrote it like in the 1940s, I think, 30s. And now his son runs like the whole 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now there's like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, morning rituals, and a bunch of other stuff. So this is the first original, and I love it. It has the 7 habits, which are be proactive, meaning searching to be active. Begin with the end in mind. Make sure you know where you want to end up. Put first things first, even if you don't want to. You need to put first things first. Think win-win, not win-lose. Make sure if you're doing a deal or being with someone, make sure it's winning for both of you. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is one that I really need to implement, because I always think it's that negative narrative that we play in our head sometimes, and that's one of the things, like, oh, sometimes people just don't understand me. It's stupid. I need to try to understand others first. Next one, number 6, synergize. It sounds kind of weird, you have to read it, but it's pretty much having energy. And sharpen the saw, meaning keep learning. So those are the 7 habits, and it's really good to get into each one of them. And I really need to read this book again. I really need to. But anywho, this is the first one. Where am I going to put this? Put it on the floor. Next one. Also one of my favorites, especially because it talked a lot about business and how certain businesses grew and what they did and how they hacked people's habits to build their business. It was very fascinating. So this one's The Power of Habit by, what's her name? Charles Duhigg? Why do people have such weird last names? I mean, mine's not simple, but whatever. The Power of Habit. This is where I learned about, it makes me laugh all the time, about, oh, what's that brand? Not Windex, Febreze, where they were trying to figure out where people could use this in their life, because it takes away the smell, right? But no one would really buy it because it wasn't a necessity, except for a few people apparently who stunk. But it wasn't that big of a group, right? Not big of an audience. So they had to figure out a way for regular moms to use this, and they ended up implementing it at the end when someone was done cleaning and they just wanted a fresh, clean smell, and they would spray that. And that's where they got idea, and if you see the commercials for it, that's what it is. A mom cleaning everything and then spraying it at the end. So that was the first one. It teaches you about what is a habit and a habit loop, which everyone has habits, obviously good or bad. And it teaches you how you can reframe it, and instead of doing one thing that's bad for you, you could switch it and do another thing, like triggers. How to implement those better habits, obviously. I would hope that's the way to do it. And how to better have better habits for your business. I'm saying the word "and" a lot. Oh well, I'll cut them out. So that's the second one, and I really like that one, and I need to reread it again. I think that one, I read it 2-3 years ago. I still have it. It's really good. Now this one I read for school. At first, I didn't want to read it. Whenever they tell you to read for school, you don't want to do it. Even if you love reading, you don't want to do it. I don't know, it's homework or something. People have a bad relationship with homework. This book is called Switch. It is how to change things when change is hard. So it kind of is the same, not the same thing as The Power of Habit, but this one does it. It shows amazing examples of how people changed when it was really hard. Certain habits that are not easy to change. The one thing that stuck with me in this book a lot was, it gave an example of an elephant. And that pretty much were the elephants. And we are not going to move this elephant if you're given statistics. Like, a person who smokes knows that smoking is pretty much bad for you. And that's not going to move them. Obviously, they're still smoking. What really moves people is when they see and feel things and they want to move towards that. So one example with me would be working out. There is this YouTuber that I watch, Cassie Ho, and she is the one that I follow and do workouts from her YouTube website and all that. So when she guides you through the workout pretty much, right? And one thing that I noticed from her is that she says, you're gonna feel good at the end. Right now you're in pain, but you're gonna feel good at the end, and that's amazing. You should feel that way. And she's very encouraging. It's amazing. I love her. But that's pretty much one of the things that you feel at the end. You feel happy that you accomplished this amazing thing, that you worked out for the day, that you moved your body in a way that normally you wouldn't move, and you feel certain pains and aches, and you're proud of them because you know you worked for that, and you're gonna feel better about that, and eventually you're gonna look better because of it. She mostly focuses on the feel instead of on the feeling of it instead of the end result. And that is a way that you can really push people to do something. So those are the 3 books that I've read on habits. I'm pretty sure there's more, but I couldn't find them. I have a lot of them everywhere, and I couldn't find the other ones. But those are the 3 ones. And then the other ones that I really, really, really want to read, but I haven't bought them yet, and eventually I'll get there. The first one I really want to read about habits. It's because all these books of habits are about how to change your habits, but none of them really say which ones are the better habits. I mean, we know the basics: working out, eating healthy, all that stuff, but what makes like a successful person? What habits do they have that we don't have, and ones we should implement? So one man did this, and his name is Brendan Burchard. I can't say his last name. And his book is called, where is it? High Performing Habits, which is, he gets all those people, all those successful people, he's able to talk to them, which is amazing. And he shows us their habits. And I remember I heard a podcast from him, and he names the habits. But I remember the first one was clarity, seeking for clarity. Every day, those successful people want to know where they're headed, why they're headed over there, and should they even be heading that way. And in my case, I am a Christian, so I try to figure out to know if I'm heading in the way God wants me to head, or am I doing this wrong thing, like maybe he wants me to go this way, but I'm doing it wrong, and stuff like that. So you want to reflect back, and that's the one of the habits that he says. I don't remember the other ones, but that's one of them. The next book that I want to read, which I think I've already talked about this one, is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, which is pretty much your life is 5-second. You do it in 5-second decisions. After the 5 seconds pass, you put like, your mind puts a break on like, ooh, should we really do this? Should we really not do this? And then you stop doing these amazing things that you could be doing. So like waking up early. Before you start thinking like, oh, should I really get up? It's really comfortable. You just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you get up. Because for some reason your mind, it's like, oh, at 1 you need to do something, and you get up, which is amazing. That's what she did to fight getting up early, to fight her I think it was anxiety or depression. And I just really want to delve into that book. It sounds super interesting. I've listened to a bunch of her stuff already, and I just want to read her book. Okay, and the last one is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel, I cannot say his last name again, Kahneman? Daniel Kahneman? Kahneman. That book, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't really researched it much. I just know it's probably going to be a good book, because I've seen it everywhere and it's like this thick. But that book talks about how we think, and that there's 2 systems that we have about how we think and how to use that to understand how our brain works, and, you know, not have so much anxiety. Calm down. Like, I know I think a lot. You know, I just want to hold back a little bit and calm my brain down for a few seconds and not completely freak out. So anyway, I know that book would be a really good one. Okay, so I hope you liked all these books suggestions, and tell me if you've read any of them. Leave a comment down below. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like this video, subscribe down below, hit that little notification bell, and follow me on my social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.